What's up, guys? So if you want to go from your plain factory bed tie downs that look like this to something that looks like this, watch this video. I'm going to show you how easy they are to swap out, how you can get a set, and I do have a discount code for my viewers. Not only do these things look so much better in the beds of our truck, they also offer a couple functional advantages as well, which we'll cover in the video. Let me show you how to get them installed, and we'll talk about the advantages. All right, very easy to do this. All 4 bed tie downs are only held on by 2 bolts. They're a T40 bit. You're simply just going to remove those 2 bolts and your bed tie downs will come out. Then you're going to take your new tie down. We went with red. He does offer these in 4 different colors: silver, black, blue, and red. We went with red to match the TRD Pro accents. And the other thing I like about this, I'm going to give you a closer look real quick when we talk about the advantages, but you can see one side is engraved with his logo and the torque specs. The other side is blank. I like to have the blank side towards the back, but whatever you want to do. He does send new bolts that are corrosion resistant, so I do like that. So you're simply just going to line these up, start the bolts, and now to get these in, they are an M6 Allen key. Okay, so I'm just going to get them started, and we'll get these tightened down. You're going to repeat the process for all 4 spots if you so choose. They do come in sets of 2, just so you know. So if you order 1 set, you're going to get 2 tie downs. We obviously have all 4. We're going to do it in all 4 locations. All right, so we have all 4 installed and tightened down. You can see the 2 in the back there underneath the Retrax Power Trax cover. These things just look so much better. But again, they do offer some functional advantages as well. Let's talk about that real quick and we'll wrap the video up. All right, let's take a closer look so I can show you what the advantages are. First of all, we already mentioned it. You've already seen it. The appearance. I mean, these things, they just look so much better in the beds of our truck. You may or may not care about that, but a lot of people will, and a lot of people do. There's just no comparison with the aesthetic part of these things. They look so much better on the beds, in the beds of our truck. As I mentioned, 4 different colors: black, blue, silver, and red. They're made out of machined 6061 T6. Anodized and engraved, as I showed you, engraved with the torque spec and the logo. So just a beautiful finish to them. I actually had the blue ones on my 2020 Platinum, had them on there for a while, used them somewhat regularly, and when I traded that truck in, they still looked like they were brand new. So they're much more durable. You don't have to worry about them, you know, rusting out or corroding like you do with the stock tie downs over time. I already showed you he sends the corrosion resistant hardware with the new tie down, so you just can't beat them. Much better looking and much more durable. All right, now as far as functional advantages, let me show you the size comparison. So where this comes in handy, if you look, I have this side kind of flush with the stock. If you look over here, you can see you have a much bigger gap with Keith's design. Where that comes in handy is if I'm using my heavy duty straps with the bigger hooks, or if I'm using thicker rope, having that extra room in here plays a factor, and it comes in handy for sure. So you have a much bigger area to work with in there with Keith's design. The other thing is, if you are using rope or twine or anything like that, I love the fact that he left the back corners here, they're rounded. So it's not a 90-degree edge where you'd have to worry about rope fraying or anything like that. They're rounded on both sides. So if you're running rope through the back there, don't have to worry about it fraying or anything like that. It won't damage twine, rope, and straps, anything like that. So he really put a lot of thought into the design of these things, and you know, got to give him credit. It's an awesome product. The last thing I really like about his design is the fact that he left this middle portion open. And I'm going to give you a little, I'll show you real quick on the truck why I love that feature and where that comes in handy. But I love the fact that he left that middle section open. So just a couple of the advantages over the stock that you have with these tie downs. Made in the USA. I love supporting guys with smaller businesses who come up with these ideas on their own. Oops, sorry, I just kicked the camera. But I love supporting smaller companies like this. Got to give him a lot of credit. He put a lot of thought into this. Let me show you on the truck why I love having that middle section open, and then we'll wrap the video up. All right, let me show you why I love the fact that he left that middle section open. So here we have just one of my standard size straps, not too big, not too small. Something like this I'd probably hook around the main body. You could go through the middle section, but just to show you what I'm talking about, we'll go around the main body. You can see going around the main body, you have articulation. You could swing it if you're running, you know, back to the back corner, straight across the back, whatever you're doing, you have some articulation there. It moves pretty freely. You also could go through the middle with the standard size strap like this, okay? Now, where that comes in handy though is if you're using a smaller bungee. I mean, this isn't even all that small, it's just kind of a standard size bungee. If you try to hook around the main body, it'll hook around there. But if you try to, let's say you're gonna run it back to the back corner, you can see how it bends right here, almost at a 90. You don't really want that, especially if you know, you're holding something down tight or whatever. It's just not a good idea. That's where that opening comes into play. So if you go through the middle opening there, now you can see you have full articulation to go run the bungee in any direction you want. And you don't have to worry about that awkward angle right there. Take it a step further, if you're using really small bungees or smaller, whatever, smaller hooks. I mean, this is about as small as you're gonna get. I'm not even sure what you would use this for, but just to show you what I'm talking about and prove a point, you can see the size of that hook. Very small, yet I could still get it around that, just one of the lips, and run it to wherever I wanna run it. All right, so that's why I love having that middle section open. I honestly use, I think I mentioned it, I use that middle section more than I use the main body, unless I'm using my heavy duty straps with the bigger hooks. Then of course I do use the main body, but I just love that design that he left that middle open. It gives you options as far as how you want to connect to this. The other thing I want to point out real quick, you can see this bracket right here. I have the swing cases on the truck. They are compatible with the swing cases, even though they stick out a little bit further. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually a little worried about that when I got my swing cases, because I had these first, but they are compatible. There's plenty of room, plenty of space. There's no issues whatsoever. So if you have swing cases or you're worried about that, they will work with them as well. All right, guys, there you have it. Give these things a look. Keith is an awesome guy to do business with. Came out with an awesome design, a great product. I can't recommend him enough. I have that discount code he was nice enough to give me for the channel. For all my viewers, feel free to use that. Save yourself a few bucks if you want to pick up a set or two of these things. He does offer them for the bed rail systems as well. We only have the bed tie downs obviously right now, but we are going to be adding the red for the bed rail system as well. So I'll put a direct link to his website down below, along with the discount code that I think I put it on the screen there for you as well, but it will be listed below, just so you have it there. Any questions on these things, let me know. Super easy to install. Some advantages over the stock system for sure. And again, Keith is just a great guy, made in the USA. I love supporting smaller businesses like this. Can't recommend them enough. So any questions, let me know. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.